the coolest cat on this screen. I had a nice run. I had a good hour. But now, my man, my brother, Mr. Miami, Mr. Into Everything,
How y'all doing?
Wylie K. We'll say
Oh, good in here.
How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Mic check.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So it's good to have you here. I'm sure you're a busy man, and it's nice that you took time out to talk to, come inside the Partymode Live, which you're not a stranger to Partymode Live. And it's been probably, was it 10 years? I don't know. You might have been, no, I think your first time here on Partymode Live was about 10 years ago.
Yeah, probably about 10 years ago, but I've been doing it for 16. So yeah, but I've been definitely part of the family and coming back, and I always enjoy coming back. And like I said, every time I come back, you guys are doing it bigger and better every year. The progression has been crazy. I mean, you got sound effects, you flipping screens, you got backdrops. I say, man, good God, I had to pull mine out. I pulled it up. I said, oh man, I got to pull mine out. Goodness, I can't get left slipping. You got bottles, and I say, you know what I mean, champagne.
Hey, but we are Partymode Live is a lifestyle. You already know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're gonna put you in. We're gonna put you inside of if you didn't know what the chill side. We're gonna put everybody in the know on what's going on with Wylie K and the Miami takeovers and other stuff that you're doing. So hey, chill side, what you got with them?
Well, first and foremost.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. No, I was going to say first and foremost, thank you for coming on the show, Wylie. We are glad to have you here. Just in digging and reading up on you, wow factor for the background from you being a graduate of Florida A&E. First and foremost, looking at where you are in regards to the promoter side of things with a background in industrial engineering. How did you cross from that's just two very different sides of things, right?
Right.
So what led you into promoting the promotion side?
You always had what you want to do as a career, right? But you always have hobbies. Yeah. So I've been throwing parties since I was like 13, 14. So I always had a passion to, have events. Everywhere I've been, I've done events. So from high school to college, back home. Then when I moved to Miami, that's how the whole takeover got started. Really, like I said,
you moved back to Florida for about 10 years, right?
Yeah. I used to work for the power company in Florida for 10 years, and had the opportunity to throw parties on the beach with Lorenzo, Ice-T, Thomas, and a few other folks, and really, really enjoyed that. And that's how.
That's happening. Okay. So, as you just stated that you've been doing the parties for a long time, since you was about 15 or 16 years old. You went back to Florida, came back to DC. What geared it for Miami? What was it about Miami that made you want to take the takeovers there? Why was Miami the selection of all of the places from DC? You chose Miami. What was it about Miami?
Well, you already know I was living there, right? So when I was living there,
you were living there.
I was throwing parties on the beach, right? And throwing parties on the beach, I was always throwing them at top end clubs, and always DJs. And this is around the time that, bottle service, lounges, and all that was popping out, right? And I always said, DC, we like to go to places like the Black Hole, the East Side, where we kind of freaking. We would do bottles, but not like they was doing bottles in Miami. So I always wanted to throw a party with the band and give you that party Vegas feel. So that's how I said, you know what? And I was able to do that because I had the connections with the clubs and had been doing years of parties there. And they trusted me because everybody's like, how you going to do that? Like, I don't believe that you're going to fill a club up and people going to buy bottles with go-go music. It ain't going to happen. So it did.
Right. So do our club owners And bar owners in Miami, are they now calling you, knowing that the time is coming up? And hey, you gonna bring somebody down here? Are they? Because you
Oh
say
yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
reached. I'm sure you reached out to club owners at first.
Yeah.
Now are they reaching out to you?
Yeah. And if you remember when we first started, we were in small ballrooms. I had a few clubs I had connections with, but we've done pretty much every big club in Miami with the exception of Live. So we've touched them all, but not only the club owners are calling us now, the city calls us, and also the hotels. You know what I mean? They know. And I was actually going to stop after COVID. You know what I mean? And through pushing through the city, making the phone calls like, hey, we like your crowd, bring it back. And I said, you know what? My team said we can do it, push through, let's do it. So that's what we did.
Hey, you gonna get the key to the city in a minute.
Well, it's all about connections. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now you mentioned your team. How many people are on your team to make this happen? Because I know that's a lot of work. Are you doing it with a lot of team members, or are you doing it with just a few?
No, it's we're a tight team, but I got a good family. You know what I mean? So when you talk about team, I have about 4 or 5 people that are core team. Where we on the phone every week from the time we start to the time we finish. So we don't stop all year. So when you talk about your 2-week vacation, we take no vacations. It's like we spending it again. As soon as this one's over, we talking about next year. So my team, my big shout out to Antoine, VP, and Dee, who's my project manager. She's like a lifesaver. And then all the other folks that I have, like DJ Casper, my security, all those folks have been riding with us for years. So it's like, it's one big family. And we like to share the wealth,
Okay. All right. You taking over Miami. Do you see in the near future? Do you have any plans? Are you going to expand? You got your eyes on another takeover, or you don't want to leak anything?
Well, actually, to be 100% honest, my business partner VP, he kind of he's already taken it and doing other things, other places. And, like at the end of the day, I'm gonna really get behind, you all gonna be the first to hear it. I'm gonna get behind the Jamaica trip in January. That's gonna be my big 50th. I haven't dropped it yet. So that's the one with Vibe. He's been doing it a couple years, and I'm gonna get behind it this year, and we're gonna flip it crazy upside down. So the takeover winter time will be in Jamaica with Vibe.
You know what? Hey, Wylie, your birthday is around my birthday because we celebrated with top 5 at Oakey Street one year. Your birthday is what? January what?
January 15th, Martin Luther King.
Mine is January 6th. Man, can I meet you in the middle? Let me meet you in the middle.
Hey, we got to talk about that. Let's talk. Real talk. Let's talk.
Okay.
Immediately you get off air, let's not even think about it. We're going to talk about that.
Sound good.
Okay. Now, over the years, you guys have the takeover has had so many different celebrities from MC like Dougie Fresh, Big Tigger, and so forth. This year's Miami takeover, what is your lineup like?
Oh man, I got a good one this year. I got the Big Bad Backyard Band, who has one of the biggest traveling crowds out there. I call it the cult following. You know what I mean? I don't know where they come from sometimes, but you put them on a stage out of town, and they come from everywhere. I'm like, good God Almighty! So we got Backyard, Big G, big shout out to the Backyard Band. I got Black Passion. I don't know if you know, but I manage them now. I got Janae Music. I manage her now. I got Serious Company coming down. And who else I got? Gerard Street Garvey. We just added Gerard Street Garvey to the ticket. So that's the whole takeover. And what I try to do is put our go-go experience in a better light on the big stage. I mean, the band shell that we have, I mean, it's amazing. So I don't really like to cut corners. I really like to really showcase our sound and how how good we are. I mean, we got great musicians, B-Man being one of them. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. And I feel like we don't have our due. And that's my whole goal for the takeover is to get everybody's due. And like, you know, a lot of bands kind of get upset with me when I'm not able to, you know, bring everybody to Miami. But my goal is one day to have a Essence Fest type go-go joint in Miami where it's a 3 day event. We bring every band from the city and the city just go down there and really showcase and put our feet in the sand and say we did this. That's the goal.
Yeah. I love it. Do you do anything here in the